Welcome to the presentation today for the Paperless DTA. This will be a DocuSign Power Form that we are now calling the Departmental Payment Form. You can use the Departmental Payment Form for authorization to charge a different department for a transaction on campus. The Departmental Payment Form is going to be a DocuSign Power Form link that will be located on the Financial Accounting and Reporting website. As you can see here at financialaccounting.ua.edu, under Forms, there is a section for Departmental Payment Forms, and it has DocuSign out beside that. There are several different forms, but the main one you will use will be the General Form, unless you are paying for goods and services to one of the departments below. There is also an optional FOAP attachment that's basically an Excel spreadsheet you can attach to your departmental payment form. So use that general form unless there is a specific departmental form available. The supply store has a specific form because it must be printed and delivered to the supply store when your purchase is made. The athletics book purchases and buybacks is solely used by the supply store. Visitor parking permits is different. It has an attached custodial form, and also it must be printed and taken to transportation services to pick up your visitor parking permits. The athletic ticket office has a special workflow with different approvals on the athletic ticket office side. Chemistry stockroom is a little bit different because the chemistry stockroom will fill in the amounts. Action card sales payment will be used by the Action Card office, and the College of Continuing Studies has departmental payment forms that they will specifically use for sharing instructor cost. We have other departmental payment forms in progress that will be added to the website when they are ready. Note that the paying department or the purchasing department or the debit FOAP department will always start the DocuSign departmental payment form process. The only exception to that is the athletic book purchases that the supply store will initiate. In most cases, there should be some communication with the billing department prior to the completion of the departmental payment form to determine the goods and services to be ordered and the amount that will be charged. In some cases, the goods and services may have already been received by the paying department. So let's take a look at the new departmental payment form. It will start with the paying department preparer that's going to kick off the process by going to that link on the Financial Accounting and Reporting website and clicking on it. For our purposes, I will use the test version. You can see it opens a Power Signer information form. It tells you the name of the form, departmental payment form, and asks you to fill in the name and email for each signing role listed below. Signers will receive an email inviting them to sign this document. The paying department preparer, the first signer in the list, will complete the FOAP information. So it asks you to please enter your name and email to begin the signing process. Then you provide any other signers needed for this document. One approver is required. There are two optional approvers after that. This could be a principal investigator, another approver in the department. Please discuss with your fiscal managers what the best options are for approvals in your office and the best way to route documents. I'm going to use myself as the required approver here so you can see how this works. And finally, the billing department is last on our departmental payment form. So let's begin signing. It takes a moment to pull up the actual form. It asks us to please review and act on these documents. This is the departmental payment form. We'll say continue. And we have these auto navigation fields that direct us what to fill in. You'll notice there's an optional attachment. You could attach email communications or other documentation, perhaps a receipt of any goods and services. Please be as specific as possible in the description of the transaction. Complete the FOAP information within the boxes. If you have more than 8 lines, please check the box for additional FOAP information in an attachment, and then you'll be required to attach a document, as we talked about that Excel template that's optional, that's out on the financial accounting website. Or you can make your own document that has all of these columns. You'll want to make sure to include each of these columns here. Amount column calculates a total based on the debits and credits entered. So if you have some type of discount where you enter a credit, be sure to enter that as a negative number so that the total will calculate correctly. We will only be filling out the paying department's entry side on these forms. It lets us know at the bottom that the billing department is responsible for completing either the online interdepartmental transfer or online journal voucher or upload to record the entry in banner. We can click Finish. Then it's going to go to our next step, which is the approver. Approver number 1 in our case, which I listed as myself. I got an email. I'm going to review the document. I click Continue. Can use those auto navigation. Here's another place we can add another optional attachment if we prefer, and then we can just click to sign and then click Finish. So next it's going to our billing department. So then the billing department will receive an email. Note that this billing section is optional, so the auto navigation doesn't exactly show us where to go. We have an optional attachment. We can check the box if we've submitted this through the online IDT form or a upload process. We can enter any notes or changes. Maybe there's an invalid account code and we used another. Maybe we had some type of email communication with the department that we could attach here. And finally, we can even enter a banner document ID that will let the preparer know that it has been entered in banner and with which document number it was entered. If we wanted to use this documentation or this signed approval prior to filling out this information, we could choose to download the information or the forms as a combined PDF. This combines forms if there's more than one page, and it will show as in process. However, if we have all of our approvals and all of the information, so we could do that, fill out our information once we have all of these items completed, and choose Finish. You can finish it without. All of these fields are optional. You don't have to complete this information, but it's just good information to have. So that completed the DocuSign process, and now each person within each signer that had a role in that form will receive a completed document, an email with the PDF attached, or you can view the completed document And again, you can download those combined PDFs as your documentation. So you can see that was fairly easy to complete. You will use that general form in most cases. And that's really step one in our new paperless DT process, is completing that departmental payment form, which is basically your documentation, your electronic approvals for another department to charge your FOAP. And then step two is going to be entering that data into an online interdepartmental transfer or journal voucher form or a FOAP load for entry into Banner. So we will no longer have paper copies that will be sent to financial accounting and contract and grant accounting for entry into Banner. And then the question becomes, well, who enters the data into those forms, into the FOAP load or the online IDT or JV form? And in most cases, that's going to be the billing department. Those that are receiving the funds, or the credit FOAP department, they are going to prepare the entry. And they will either use the online IDT or JV form or prepare a FOAP load. The exceptions to that are the action card sales payment, the College of Continuing Studies course transfers, and athletic book buybacks for the supply store. We hope you enjoy using the new departmental payment form. Thank you.